Hello, in this video I'd like to explain the S680 shaft alignment system. A lot of people refer to these systems as coupling alignment. It's not really coupling alignment, it's actually shaft alignment. The shafts are connected with the coupling, so people refer to it as coupling alignment, but actually, say again, it's shaft alignment. What I mean by shaft alignment is we have two shafts that are connected together with the coupling. And what we want to do is have these two shafts parallel to each other or concentric with each other. In other words, I want no angles between the two, either horizontally or vertically, and I want the offsets at 0 unless there's some thermal growth recommendations that sometimes will align the motor a little high or a little low and a little bit of an angle because of thermal growth when it grows. The S680 system is what we're going to be showing here. In the S680 system, the standard system, we have these, what we call A980 brackets. Okay, the standard system comes with 4-inch and 8-inch posts that fit into the brackets here. And it's just a set screw here that clamps this post in, so you just loosen the set screw and change the post. It also comes with a set of chain brackets to hook it onto the shaft. These standard chains will go to a 6-inch diameter shaft. So anything from about a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/8 of an inch, up to 6-inch diameter shafts. If you went with the 980A brackets, you're going to get chains that are long enough to do 12-inch diameters, and you'll have some additional posts, 6 inches and 12-inch posts. So the bigger the coupling, you have longer posts to get over the top. We also have optional magnetic brackets. So these magnetic brackets can clamp right to the coupling if it's a magnetic coupling, and we can put the posts right on the brackets and align off the coupling. It's a space-saving thing. There's also offset brackets. So we could put these in the brackets here and then put our posts, and we can offset. If something is in the way, we could offset to clear that. Okay, there's also, if you're below a 1/2 inch shaft, if you're trying to do something that's a lot smaller than a 1/2 inch shaft, we have these little brackets that'll fit underneath, and the chain will wrap underneath the brackets. So we can go down to real small shaft sizes. We have also, this comes with a light shield. In other words, we have in the software there will be a light monitor in there. So if you have too much background light, we can put the light shield on there to shield the background light. And then there's a dust cover that you can put on there to keep the lens clean. And we also have a sunlight filter. So if you have to do work outside, you can mount this, put this on the front of the target, and we shield out the sunlight so you can work outside. You get the L790 laser. The L790 laser is a side-by-side beam. If you can see them on the wall here, there's bouncing, one's on and one's off. They alternate being on and off. And then we have the T1290 target. This T1290 target, this actually has only one target cell in here, and we alternate. When one beam's on, we measure the center. When the other beam's on, we measure the angle. So this target measures its angle vertically. It measures its angle horizontally. It's positioned vertically and it's positioned horizontally. It also is a 5-axis target, so it knows where it's at in a 360-degree rotation. I'm running this on a laptop because of the video and the ease of the laptop, which you can also do. You can run our software on a laptop, but it comes with a tablet. The software will be pre-installed on the tablet. Should something happen to the tablet, you could just load the software on a laptop and continue to work. So with that said, let's go ahead and mount this up show you how this stuff mounts up and how we align things and get into the software. All right, I'm going to start out with the standard A980 brackets. Basically, I'm just going to use the shorter chains and a 8-inch post. I'm going to use the 8-inch post because I know from previous experience, if I put the 4-inch post on here, I can't clear this. There's not much clearance between the coupling and this face, so I'm going to use the 8-inch posts. And again, these 8-inch posts, they just slide into the brackets. And I take the Allen wrench that comes with the kit and tighten the clamp. There's a clamp on the back side here. And you don't have to put a wrench on here and tighten these up ungodly tight. They just have to be snug so the posts won't come out. And we'll slide these in. Okay, now because these are small shafts, I'm going to use the shorter chains. And I'm going to unwrap it. And these chain brackets have a flat on the side of the nubs here. That flat, I have to put this in here like this, and then it'll swivel. So the chain will swivel. Now I'm going to put the chain over. On the smaller shafts, this chain will come up through the middle. We'll set it on there, and we want that to hook on the little nub here, and then we're going to tighten the thumb screw on this side. And then the chain will come over, and this is a magnet here. So I can put the magnet on there and fold the chain in there. That keeps the chain from flopping around. So we'll put the other one on now. I'm going to put this one on from this side. Magnets are kind of aggressive, so. Tighten the thumb screw. When I put these on, I just kind of want to look at it and make sure these are kind of in line with each other. We're going to fine tune it in a little while. Okay, so now you normally have a movable side. The motor is what you normally move, and you have a fixed side. That's standard. Once in a while, you'll maybe have to use what we call bolt bound, or you have both of them that are movable, and we can set the software up for that. But standard was you have a fixed unit and you have a movable unit. The L790 laser goes on the fixed side, and there's just 2 brackets or 2 holes that will fit over these posts and 2 clamps on here. So we slide it down and just tighten the clamps. These aren't set screws that go in against the post. There's clamps there that we're actually clamping onto with. Now when I put that on there, you're going to see on here there's a couple of LEDs. This is the on and off switch. If I push the button, the light comes on here to tell me that the laser beam is on. Okay, there's another light here that's a charge battery indicator. So if that light starts getting yellow, we know the battery is getting low in here. If we plug it in, we have a charger that'll plug into this port. If we plug that in, that light will come on and show us that it's charging. When it reaches full charge, then it'll shut itself off so we don't overcharge the battery. Okay, the target, this has a few more LEDs on it. The status is the same, but when I put this in front of the laser and the laser beam's hitting the target, I'll get an on-target light. That light will light up and it'll be green. If I'm not on target when the target is turned on, that light will be red. Okay, then we have a link light, what we call a link light. When this target connects to the Bluetooth in the computer, that light will flash. It'll come on waiting to link up to a Bluetooth component. Once it's linked up and they start communicating, that light will flash so you know you're communicating with either the laptop or the desktop or the tablet. This connects the same way, and it's best to start with the dust cover on here. When I push this down on the post, what I want, there's two little pinholes here in the front of this. I want those laser lights to go in those pinholes. That really gets me close to a course alignment for setting this up. So I'm going to slide this down, and I see they're somewhere close to the middle. And because they're kind of off sideways, what I'm going to do is loosen this bracket a little bit, and I'm just going to move this sideways. Now, I'm not quite going in the hole because, excuse me, on the front of this laser, let me move this off of here again. On the front of this laser, there's a thumb dial. What that thumb dial does, it'll shift that beam sideways. So if I'm not quite in the holes, or when I get into the software, my numbers aren't quite where I want them, I can just turn the thumb wheel and so here I can move the thumb wheel and I can put those dots, lasers pretty much in the hole. Now I can remove the dust cover. And I always want to turn the target on. Okay, now you can see I have the target turned on. I have a green light, so I have a good battery. The on-target light is on because I'm on target, and the link light is not turned on. That's how you mount it up and set it. So now let's go to the computer and let's start running the software and get it set up for